So we got some pretty interesting news for you guys, including new updates for Genshin Impact. The free-to-play version of World of Warcraft at level 20 gets new value, and one of the largest PvP battles in MMO history just happened a few days ago.
Wow!
Hello everyone, my name is Solomon SK for Coffee and RPGs, where we cover the latest news, trends, and updates for the MMO and RPG gaming genre. We also do love our coffee here, so if you guys got your cup ready with your beverage of choice, let's go over these news articles together. Cheers to you guys!
Consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification right next to it. Thank you!
So let's go ahead and cover a few articles from PCGamer.com, and the first one here says that Genshin Impact is getting 2 updates in 2020, including a new zone and ton of improvements. Now, MiHoYo actually did release a roadmap for the game, but the entire thing was written in Chinese. Fortunately, there are some Redditors out there that translated the entire blog for us, for those who can't speak or read Chinese. I'll have a link to this Reddit post down in the pinned comment section below if you want to take a closer look at it. But there are a few important dates to remember for these updates. The first one will arrive on November 11th, and this is going to be 1.1. There's also another one on December 23rd, as well as a third update that won't release until sometime around February, so definitely keep an eye on things to come. So as for 1.1, it will definitely come with a few improvements, much needed improvements in my opinion. For example, in 1.1, it will include a feature where you could lock items and equipment so you don't accidentally use them as fodder. Players will be able to use food and medicine without having to open their inventory, as well as a new item being added to help you locate hidden chests and collectibles that you might have missed. So again, to kind of wrap things up, just to give you an overall detail of what to expect, the 1.1 update will include a new event called the Unreturned Star, but it's not exactly clear what activities it will entail. Patch or update 1.2 rather will have the Dragon Spy Mountain region added to the game, giving players a whole new region to explore. And as I said earlier, update 1.3 will be in February and include the Lantern Rite Festival, which will have a series of activities, but again, not really much is known about it, unfortunately, at this point. And really quick, in their next article, it says that Outriders, the co-op shooter from Bulletstorm studio People Can Fly, delayed to early 2021. And more specifically, it actually has been pushed back until February 2nd of 2021. And the reason behind the delay, according to publisher Square Enix, is because they want to polish the cross-play ability for the game a little bit more because, as I said earlier in previous episodes, the game is playable for the PC, Stadia, and next-gen console. So you can play with pretty much any of your friends regardless of what platform they're playing on. Next, let's go ahead and cover some of the articles from MassivelyOP.com. And the first one here says that yes, CCP London is working on an unannounced new online title, or titles. This is something that I completely forgot about, so I really do appreciate the people over at Massively OP reminding us. I don't think this is their first rodeo when it comes to this type of game. I believe they published or developed a game called Dust 5.14 if I'm not mistaken, and it was for the PlayStation 3. This was supposed to be some sort of online shooter that took place within the universe of EVE Online, but as far as I can remember, it actually didn't do incredibly well. That being said, I don't know if this new title is going to be another looter shooter, maybe a first-person shooter MMORPG of some sorts. I don't know, but in any event, I'm pretty interested.
I do. Yes, sir. Yes, you. Yes, sir.
And in their next article, it says that World of Warcraft's free to level 20 edition is about to get some or tons more content. And I think this is really wonderful, especially because of the fact that Shadowlands will be releasing pretty soon, hopefully. We're getting the pre-patch next week, I believe, fairly soon. So those of you who hasn't played World of Warcraft or just want to jump into it and you lost your previous account from years ago, such as myself, this is a perfect time for you to jump in to check things out. But in any event, it does go on to say that if you haven't paid for the game at all, the whole game will be level squishing itself down, and the free starter edition accounts can still level up to 20. This means those accounts that will get access to more content and character progression than before, and this would be roughly equal to a level 45 right now. So yeah, there's a huge difference when you are experiencing the game as a level 20, when the cap right now I believe is at 150 or so. But to experience the same game at level 20 when the cap is only 50 now, that actually gives you a whole lot of other content to explore without spending a single dime. And in their next article, Odalita is live for Black Desert PC as console launches its first Succession classes. So we did a dedicated video in terms of the Odalita update in its own video, which I will have a link to in the top right hand corner in the form of a card. But do know that I've learned that the name is actually pronounced Odalita, but in that previous video I pronounced it Odalita. I mean, it's an honest mistake, but in any event, it has tons of new content, tons of new things to do within the realm of Black Desert Online, so definitely check that out if you're interested. And in their next article, it says that one of the largest PvP battles ever to occur in video game history just happened in EVE Online. And this is nothing new. This is something that actually happened before a few years ago. Matter of fact, I think they dedicated some sort of monument for that particular huge battle. So will they make a new monument for this one? I don't know, but the numbers are pretty staggering. But it does go on to say that over 8,806 EVE Online pilots swarmed together for one of the largest PvP battles ever this week, with one side seeking to take down the Death Star, or rather the Keep Star in FFXIV. I have no idea what it is, but if it's the size of a Death Star, then it kind of gives you an indication of how massive some of these ships and stations are. In this one battle alone, 5,833 ships were lost, which accounts for nearly 1.6 trillion ISK vaporized. So I found this Reddit post here that explains how much ISK is worth in real US currency, and according to my math, that's actually about $30,000 in USD. Again, I just did a quick math, I didn't double check anything, so let me know down in the comment section below if I'm incorrect, but either way, that's a ton of cash. And this next article is going to be one of those things that either excites you or just makes you very angry. And it does go on to say that Star Citizen marks its 8th birthday with Alpha 3.11's release, free goodies, and Halloween events.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Look, I could see Star Citizen and appreciate the ambition that Roberts has for this game and the type of, again, his vision for what he wants to put out there, which is highly ambitious, as I said earlier, and very respectable, because I definitely share that vision. I would love to see this type of game out there in the market when it's finally finished. But at the same time, if you're angry that it's taking this long for a game to be developed and the fact that it's nowhere near finished because it's still in its alpha, I understand, and your frustrations are totally valid. But because we're not a drama channel, let's go ahead and move on to this article and see what's in store. And it goes on to say that players are being handed a number of free items, including a unique helmet and suit, and the iridescent pistol, and a birthday edition of Pico the Penguin. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds pretty cute. Finally, there's some Halloween shenanigans with 3 freaky looking helmets, 2 of which can be earned exclusively in-game, as well as the return of the annual pumpkin carving contest. And if you want a glimpse of what those helmets look like, look no further than their thumbnail here. They do kind of look freaky, but then this is a timed exclusive, so I'll definitely have to hop on in and check it out and redeem whatever code or task that I have to do to get it, because I am a backer of this game, if you haven't known. But yeah, I really look forward to this game, but I don't defend the fact that it's taken so long for it to... Anyways.
Yes! 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 No! No! No!
And next, let's cover some of the articles from MMORPG.com. And really quick, because we were talking about Star Citizen, there are additional information that I wanted to go over here. If you do install the latest alpha patch, it does go on to say that the developers recommend to delete your user folder for the public client after you've patched it. For whatever reason, if you don't, it seems to be very wonky and unstable, unfortunately. And in their next article, it says that a new Warframe and more revealed in Digital Extreme's Warframe Homestream number 7. And the two things worth noting here is that they diverge what players can expect for Master Rank 30, and as you can see here with the bullet points, these are some of the things that you could expect to happen, but I'm not going to go over it because I have no idea what any of that stuff means. And it also goes on to say that a new Alchemist-themed Warframe, Lavos, was also announced, though no specific date was mentioned. Players can, though, expect it sometime later this year. And to those of you who are fortunate enough to test out the game of Crowfall, Crowfall, you guys are getting new campaigns, and this is for both the North American and European servers. And it goes on to read that this will be new Dregs campaign called Aleppo. I do apologize for not being able to pronounce that, but the campaign is running through October 20th. Additional details include import 15 and exports 50. Keep in mind, however, that you will need to be at least level 20 to participate. Not gonna lie, I have no idea what that import-export part of the article is, so if you are testing out Crowfall, let me know down in the comment section below what I'm talking about, because I have no idea what that is.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
And in their next article, it says Ashes of Creation wants your thoughts on housing and decor. I thought this was a nifty little thing that they're doing, allowing its players to decide and give feedback in terms of what they want for the player housing aspect of the game. But one of the more interesting things that was mentioned was that other people pointed to the housing in other MMOs like Elder Scrolls Online and Star Wars The Old Republic. Although I cannot speak for the housing system they have in the Elder Scrolls Online, the one they have in Star Wars The Old Republic is actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna admit how many hours I spent decorating all 4 or 5 of my strongholds in the game, but it's probably in the triple digits. In any event, if you want to check out my stronghold for the Coruscant apartments within Star Wars The Old Republic, I have a link to that in the upper right hand corner in the form of a cards if you wish to check it out. And let's go ahead and move on to a few articles from Genmatsu.com. And really quick, their first article here says that The Outer Worlds coming to Steam on October 23rd. I personally don't have anything against the Epic platform itself, although if I had a choice, I would buy my games from the Steam platform because I've been using it for so long. That being said, I haven't purchased the game, nor have I played it, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. No word if the expansion of the game will be included as well. I couldn't find any information on that, but the base game at least is coming to the Steam platform finally. And in their next article, it says that Final Fantasy XIV patch 5.4 launches early in December, and that the PlayStation 4 version is playable on the PlayStation 5. New information event set for February 2021. And so it does go on to say that players will be able to utilize the in-game PlayStation 4 Pro display settings, and the PlayStation 5 hardware will ensure quick load times. And as for December's patch 5.4 mentioned earlier, the two things that stuck out in my opinion are the new main scenario quests, which follows the grand conclusion of the Shadowbringers story from patch 5.3, as well as a new raid dungeon called Eden's Promise, which is the 3rd chapter in the 8-player Eden raid series. Again, there's also a whole slew of other information here that you could take a look at, and as always, I'll have a link to this down in the pinned comment section below if you want to take a closer look. And that concludes today's episode of MMO and RPG updates. I really do appreciate it if you made it with me so far, and I really hope that I've earned your subscription in today's video. If so, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification icon right next to it. Anyways, everyone, I will finally let you guys go. I hope you guys have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.